All right, without wasting my time, I'm so delighted and grateful for my special guest, who is also my beloved daughter. Okay, yes, I'm that grown. Okay, yes, Jacqueline is a special person to me. I really love her, and I'm so glad that she's here to share with us her journey. She's in her 20s, yeah, very young. Okay, and she's happy to come on Diana's Diary. And I just want to remind everybody that Diana's Diary is a platform, dedicated to inspiring and uplifting others. Here we strive to impact lives, bring out the best in people, and to make sure that everyone benefits from this shared platform. Here we share experiences on our platform. If you are here, okay, know that you are not lost. You are not lost and you are not alone. This is a place of hope, encouragement, and a resilient place where we help one another. So look forward to better things here. Never give up. Success is within the reach of everyone. And together we can make this happen. Okay? That is why Jacqueline is here. Just to inspire somebody, just to give somebody hope, just to make sure that you don't give up. So, by sharing her story, you will get to know what I'm talking about. So, welcome on my platform, Diana's Diary, my lady, my everything, my go getter, Jacqueline. Someone.
Thank you.
Hello, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for coming on Diana's Diary once again. Can you kindly introduce yourself to us, please?
Yes, so thank you again for this opportunity and the privilege to be on Diana's Diary. Mommy, as you know, I'm always supporting your platform all the time. I'm always joining in. I'm always in the comment section. I'm always there. So thank
All
you
the time.
for allowing me to be
I
on platform
appreciate
today.
I
So as
appreciate
you
it.
said, yes, my name is Jacqueline, and okay, a bit about me. So my name is Jacqueline. I am in my late 20s. Um, I am currently a nursery deputy manager. So I specialize in early years. I have a level 3 qualification in early years and education. I also have a bachelor's degree in early childhood studies. So my whole career, everything is to do with early years. So children, so childcare, child development, um, everything children. Also, I have two children myself, a boy and a girl. I'm also married. I also have a husband. So I'm also married as well. And yeah, I don't know if that's okay. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. That's brilliant. Jackie, you are doing so well, you see. And you know that I'm proud of you. And I know that you are also proud of yourself wherever, you have aimed yourself to be. So this evening, I'm so happy because I know that after this interview, a lot of people
Mm.
that have given up, okay, are going to have hope, and people that are grieving and are still grieving will have a purpose, and understand that grieving is normal, and will get some encouragement and support from whatever that you are saying. So without wasting my time, I want you to, I'm happy about your journey. As at your age, you have two kids, you are married, you are doing well, a manager, doing so well for yourself. I don't know, how you combine all this, despite all the trauma, all the grieving that you've been through. So everyone, I just don't want to remind you of your sorrows or your grieving, but just to inspire somebody. I just want to you to tell us, how it was for you losing a mom and a dad at the same time.
Okay.
How it was for you. Okay.
So just to rewind back a little bit. So
Don't get emotional. Okay.
no. Oh no, I've said this story so many times. So I think I'm okay now. But it depends on how we go during this
Yeah.
during this platform. So let's see. So I was actually 21 years old when I lost my mum. So I had just entered into my second year at university.
Yeah.
So I was 21 years old, and it was literally
Yeah.
it was a lot. I remember that day so vividly because it was like 2 days towards Christmas when she had passed away. So she had passed away on the 23rd of December 2018. And in regards to my dad, they didn't pass away at the same time, but the interval was really close in a way that they literally passed away in the same month, but 5 years in between, if that makes sense. So my
Yeah.
mom had passed away on the 23rd of December 2018, and then my dad passed away, I believe it was the 17th of December 2024.
Hmm.
So it was quite, no, 2023, sorry. So it was 5 years in between them passing. I would say with my mom first that because again, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I'm an only child, so I don't have siblings. So it was my mom that I had always lived with for so many years. So throughout those 21 years of my life, it was only my mom that I had lived with, and it was definitely a lot. Imagine living with someone for 21 years of your life, and then just all of a sudden they're no more there. They're no longer there with you anymore. It's really heartbreaking. I won't go into too much detail of how she passed away, but I remember that night very vividly. And yes, it was a traumatic experience for me, or traumatic night for me, if I should say. I don't know if that answers the question. And then back to my dad. So my dad actually was living in Ghana, so I didn't see what had happened, but I've obviously heard like phone calls from like family and stuff that informed me of him passing away. I think my mum's one hurt me more than my dad. I'm not saying my dad's one is not important, but I'm saying her one hurt me the most because I was with her the most. I was with her for majority of my life, majority from 0 to 21 years, whilst my dad was back home. But I think it also hurt me again when my dad passed because I felt like, okay, I've lost one parent. Okay, that's fine. So I still have my dad. But when my dad had passed away, it's like now I have no parent anymore. So I felt like I couldn't fall back on anyone. And just being, again, an only child, having no siblings, you kind of feel a bit of guilt or a bit of like loneliness. It's really hard to explain. You only know how it feels if you've been in that position to lose a loved one or to lose someone that's dear to you. So yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can only, feel the pain
Mm.
you have gone through because nobody want to lose, a mom and a dad at the same time. So my condolences again to you, my love. And I thank God that, you are still pushing through. Okay. So let's dive into the interesting part. Okay. So dad is resting, mommy is resting. What made you recover, from grief? Because people grieve for a long time without getting themselves back. Okay. But I know you love your mom, and I met you when you were so young. Okay. I met you that day. It was so beautiful, an experience whereby
Yeah.
you, my husband, and your husband that time. Okay. And that time your mom was still alive, but I didn't get a chance to meet her. But I remember she saying that she wanted you to finish uni because, as at that time, whoever Mr. Asamoah wanted to marry you at that young age. And she was like, no, no, I want her to finish her education. I know that you guys love yourself and everything. And I just want Jackie to just finish her education, go uni and all that. So in my head, I'm like, did you do it for your mom or for yourself?
That's a
Because
good question.
because a situation whereby, okay, you've gotten married, but unfortunately mom was not there to see that lovely day she has ever cherished.
Yeah.
But it was a very nice occasion. I was also there. We are like family now, and I cherish you a lot. But what I want to know is that you left the education at some point for a long time, and I will let you explain and inspire us with how you were able to leave those kids or still support them, be in marriage, manage your husband, and go back to education. And how long did it take you to go back into education?
Okay. So after my mom passed away, so at that time I was 21 years old. So I had just entered my second year. So I entered my second year in September of that 2018, and then she had passed away in the December. So literally December, October, November, 3 months into me starting my second year is when she passed away. And you could say that I was going to uni for her because I felt like she probably thought that she's my only child, she's my only girl, I have no one. So if I didn't go uni, my daughter must go to university. I think that's how she kind of saw it. But in my mind, I already knew that I was wanting to go to uni anyway to pursue my career in teaching. I already knew that from the beginning, from a young age. So I would say that she had a part to play in my education because I knew that when she passed away, I didn't want to go to uni no more. That's the truth. My husband will tell you that's the truth. I gave up on uni. I said, my mom is not here. I'm not going to uni no more. I don't need to go. She's not here. Why am I still going? It's not needed. She's not here. She won't even be at the graduation. Why am I still attending? But I think at the time, it's just the pain and the hurt at the time that made me say all those things. But the thing with grief it doesn't stop. It continues on forever. No matter what, people will say that, oh, yeah, you have to move on because mom is not there, dad is not there, this person's not there, that person's not there. But it's not easy to say it like that. Yes, the person's not there, but that wound is still inside of you.
Like a
It can never
scar.
go away. As much as you try hard, it will never go away. There are still times where I'm so
Like
sad.
a scar.
Yeah, like a scar. Yeah. It's like when if you cut yourself by accident and you start bleeding, and eventually the scar starts healing. But that mark usually will still always be there. It's like a wound that will never go, no matter how hard you try, you know? And so yeah, she did play a part in me going back to uni eventually. But I think fast forward to me having my children is what pushed me to go back even more. Because then I remember the word that my mum said that you need to go to uni. I didn't go to uni. Not everyone in the family, their children goes to university, so you have to be the one to go into university and finish. When you finish, you go and do your masters, do your PhD. She said all of those things to me, but I think at that time education was not on my mind. So when I gave birth to my both of my children, and I said, you know what, why am I still at home doing nothing? Because I wasn't working at that time because I had my children back to back. Within 1.5 years I gave birth to two children. That's just how it was. And I said to myself that, you know what, I need to go back to uni, not because of me, not because of my mom, not because of my dad, but because of my children. And I think they gave me that extra. like it wasn't like they were writing my assignments for me or anything, but I think my children, me having children, gave me the extra push to go back to university. It's like an extra motivation, if that makes sense. Yeah, like you're saying, oh, now I have kids, now I have to pursue my career properly. I have to do this and do that. That's what I think changed my mind last minute. So I remember my daughter was 2.5 at that time, and my son was only 1 years old. He was just walking at that time
What?
when I decided to go back to university. So I went back. I completed my final year. So bearing in mind, after I lost my mum, I I stopped going to uni, but because I had to keep resitting different modules because I'll go and then I'll fail and I'll drop back out. Then I'll go again, fail, drop back out. Go again, fail, drop back out. So I had failed uni several times between the age of 21 to the age of 27. It took me almost 10 years to complete uni because yeah, because whenever I would, my husband would say to me, "Go back, just do it and go back." I'll go, but I know mentally my mind is not there for education. But I'm still forcing myself to go back, even though I know I'm not ready. I'm still saying, "Yeah, let me just do it and get out of the way." But I know deep down inside, I haven't fully healed on. I haven't fully moved on. The pain is still there, but I'm still forcing myself to do something. And me going back those times, it didn't make any sense because I just kept failing. Because my mind wasn't there to do it. I was just forcing myself to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and fail. They'll say, "Oh, you have to resit this module." I'll go and resit it again, fail again, resit it, fail again. Countless of times within like 5 years. Countless of times I was failing university. My mind was not there. And I think when my dad passed away as well is when I thought, yeah, you know what, this is not for me. This is not for me anymore. Thank you. This is not for me anymore. So yes, back to me having my children, I said, you know what, this is another motivational push. Let me just do this one more year and complete all the modules. So what I did is I changed universities. So I didn't complete my final year at my previous university. I changed to a local one that was closer to home, one that was closer to my uni, sorry, my children's nursery at the time, one that would work for me to balance motherhood, marriage, my home. So I changed universities and did my final year. And it wasn't easy because I would have like 9 a.m. lectures and I would drop, bear in mind I don't drive. So I was dropping my children to nursery. We'll get on the bus in the morning. I'll drop them to nursery. After that, I'll quickly get the bus straight to my lecture for 9 o'clock. When I finish uni, I'll go straight to the library, do all my assignments in the library, or work on my assignment because I knew if I get back home with the children, there is no way that I can work on my assignments. So what I did, if I finish my lecture at like, let's say 12 or 1, from 1 to 6 or 1 to 5, sorry, I will be in the library doing my assignments. So from 5 o'clock, I would quickly get the bus, go and pick up the kids because the nursery finishes at 6 o'clock, pick them up and take them home. And those days where I didn't even have uni, that I would actually just drop the kids to nursery and just spend the whole day at the library. So I think those little extra pushes, those little sacrifices that I was doing to do my work paid in the end. So glory be to God, I did graduate with a first class degree in early childhood studies. So yes, but it wasn't easy. There was days where like it was so hard. I'll be so tired because I have to come back home and you have to cook. Life doesn't stop when you go to uni and you have kids. You still have to cook, clean, do laundry, do shopping, plus still looking after my kids, do my assignments, reading, studying. It was a lot, but I thank God for strength. I thank God for guidance. There were days where I cried. I said, no, why am I doing this? But the hard work paid off and I've seen the reward of it. So, yeah.
Wow. Motivating you, was it your husband pushing you to do it. And I know that maybe because of the grieving, you can't think straight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that you are not smart. You are doing it because you
Mm-hmm.
want to do it for your mom, or your husband is also pushing you, but you were not ready. But the fact that you kept on,
Yeah.
encouraging yourself and not saying that, okay, please, I'm grieving. Can you leave me alone? You could have said
Mm-hmm.
that, but you kept trying. And I think we can all learn something from this. That in life, it's not everything that you go and you grab it. So what I've taken
Mm-hmm.
from your story is that your story didn't, define you, all right? And you allowed your pain to become the fuel to your purpose, because you had a purpose. The
Yeah.
purpose of finishing your education, giving your children something to look up to, and that
Mm-hmm.
is yourself,
Yeah.
okay? And making sure that you wouldn't you will make mommy proud even though mommy was not there, okay? And you are a reminder that delay is not denial.
Denial. Yeah.
No, delay is not denial. Even after a couple of years, like getting to
Mm-hmm.
9 years, wow, you prove it is never too late to rise. You rebuilt yourself, and now you succeeded with a first class. With a first class, so when you were celebrating, you were doing your graduation. Actually, I was so much in tears. I was crying, not because like you haven't done well. It was because I was looking at this little girl being supported by her husband, having these little children, and mom is not there to see, and making yourself proud. You didn't get second class lower, second class upper. You came out with flying colors, and that is what you deserve. And that is why you are here on Diana's Diary, because I know you are a strength, you are a force to so many people, especially the youth. Someone that is grieving, someone that is going through challenges. Okay, you have done well, Jackie, and I'm so proud of you. So, this brings me to my next question for you. How did you, okay, navigate the grief of losing your parents, and how did it shape your path?
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow. I
Hmm.
think it still goes back to the point I made before that grief is a journey. Grief doesn't just end in like one day. I think everyone grieves differently. That's what we all have to understand.
Yeah.
I know there's someone maybe on this platform, or there's someone that's out there that has lost a loved one, whether it's a parent, a sibling, a friend, anyone close to them. Grief is not a journey, but with me, I think my grief kind of pushed me to pursue my career more eventually. I think when I sat back and thought that, okay, I no longer have my mom, I no longer have my dad, I don't have anyone, I haven't got any siblings or anything. So what am I now doing? Because the world cannot pause for me. I have to still continue living my life. Hence why I got married early. Hence why I had my children early.
Okay.
I still had to continue with my life. So yes, grief did, I guess, shape my journey, or shape my path into my career and where I am now. And also wanted to touch on that. I think that there's like a saying that I always say, this saying that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, because I was also thinking of something the other day. I said to myself that the first university that I was going to,
Hmm.
if I remember my grades correctly, even before my mom had passed away, the
Okay.
grades I was getting in my first year and the first part of my second year before she passed away, the
Okay.
grades were not that good.
Oh.
I didn't even get a single first class in any of those grades. from the first university that I attended before my mum even passed away. I
Okay.
wasn't getting good grades. So
So
imagine if, sorry to say, if she didn't pass away and she was still there, maybe I wouldn't have achieved the first class that I got now, if that makes sense. because I was thinking about it the other day. I was even telling my husband the other day that the grades that I got from my first year, even though my mum was there at that time, the grade I wasn't even getting first class. I was even getting second upper. I was getting below that.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess you can say that those deaths or those experiences that I experienced was extra push or extra motivation. Because
Okay.
when I then moved to my new university to complete my final year,
Yeah.
I didn't get a third in any of my modules. I didn't get a what's it, second lower
Yeah.
lower second
You have
or yeah.
second upper and second lower.
Yeah, so I didn't get no third, I didn't get no second lower, I didn't get no second upper. All my modules I got a first in all of them. So what changed in between that time? Why was I not getting those first when my mum was there, when my dad was there, when everybody was there? I wasn't getting those grades then. Only when they passed away, and then when I got my kids, got married, all those things motivated me even more for me to even do more in my education. And every single module, I got a first. I didn't get below a first in any of the modules in my final year.
But Jackie, one thing I know is that when you are challenged or you face certain tribulations in life, it makes you sit up.
Yeah.
If you're a learner or if you are someone who challenges yourself and say that no, this shouldn't define me, and that is what I think you did, because it challenged you to be better.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you. Okay, I'm so proud of you. I want you to also tell us, the resources or the key factor of the people that supported you through journey. I know you've mentioned your husband, of him pushing you to go back to school, telling you your support system. So what are the support system? What are the resources that helped you or shaped you to be who you are now?
Okay. Counseling and therapy.
Oh.
So I did go through therapy for a year. So I have a friend. I don't know if I should say her name or not, but she's a social worker.
Mention it so that people will go to her. Hey, mommy, yes, kakaka.
Yeah. My friend Gabriella, she's a social worker.
Okay.
In her department, she had a colleague that was a therapist. She was a trainee counselor. So she was doing her training in counseling.
Oh, nice.
And she recommended, she was like, you know what, Jacqueline, I think so and so person in my council in where she works can help you.
Shout out like Gabriella, you're a good friend, okay? Everybody.
Yeah. She recommended that person to me in her workplace. And I was like, oh, counseling, dear, therapy, I don't know, because even if you go and tell somebody about, let's say if you tell somebody about how you're feeling, Crown, they're gonna judge you, let alone somebody that doesn't know you, that's gonna judge you. You know, like how Ghanaians are. If you go and say, so, oh, me, my mere free man, this, that, and I feel this, I feel that, it's like you already know they're gonna judge you, so you don't even you even feel shy to even go and pick up your phone to call an auntie or uncle or to call a friend, because you feel like already they're gonna say like, oh, is it just only you in this world that your mom and dad has died? You know?
I know. So,
but she was like, no, Jacqueline, don't worry, it's fine, because don't forget, this person doesn't know you. And it's true, I didn't know the person, so I think that made me feel more comfortable that this person is a professional, that's one. They're not a church member or a friend or a family member. They're professional, they have a qualification, they are experienced in this field of counseling and therapy, so they can help me. And I think I felt a bit more comfortable because she was also Ghanaian as well.
Oh, wow.
And I felt like the stuff that maybe I would tell her, she can probably relate to or understand because of how the Ghanaian community works.
Amazing.
So she gave me the details of this person, and we got in contact, and she just asked me some. We did like a one-to-one session, like an introduction, what I want to talk about, stuff like that. We did about, I think, 8 to 10 sessions, which was paid for. And
Was it
in the
expensive?
beginning, I think it depends on.
Maybe you got a discount.
No discount. No,
Hey,
I'll tell you that it was about 1K. Yeah,
really?
£1,000. Yeah.
Anyway, it did
And
help.
I will not come here and lie. I will not come here and lie. No.
No, you are honest. That's why you are on Diana's
Yeah.
Diary. Diana's Diary, we don't bring anybody that will come and lie here.
No,
Because
I'll come here and lie.
I know.
It was about £1,000, just over £1,000 for all those sessions that I did with her. Yeah. In the
And
beginning, I wasn't too sure.
Their name? You remember their name?
Yeah, she's called Nikita. If I remember her details, I can put it in the chat. But she's not a qualified doctor, so she's a qualified counselor and therapist. I think at the time she was like a trainee. She was in the process of finishing her degree, I guess. But I think now she's a qualified doctor. She's called Dr. Nikita.
You did therapy. You went through counseling.
Yeah.
And what else?
I guess
Because
just
I know we Africans, most of us we won't do therapy. It's expensive.
That's the problem.
But it's really helped, isn't it?
It did.
It helped. So now we are getting some solutions here for people that it's good to go to therapy. Okay. And if you are shy, you can get someone that you don't know.
Yeah.
So that at least you can pour your heart out and the person will not judge you. Because it's an interaction, isn't it? You share your problems and they will be able to solve it. And you went through counseling, and being a girl, was the church supporting you? Was family members supporting you?
So I currently go to a new church now. Okay. So at the time when my mum passed away, I was going to a church before that when my mum had passed away. But how the Ghanaian community is that when something happens, everyone is not thinking about you, they're thinking about the situation. So they're just judging you based off what they are seeing or what they are hearing or what they think about you. During that time, my church was not supportive at that time. So I left that church and then I attend a new church that I've been going to for the last like 4 years now. And obviously they were not there at that time, so they don't really know. There wasn't much they can do because I had just left the church to join my new church. But I would say yes, if you do go through something and you feel like the church can support you, then yes, why not speak to the church? But with my experience at that time, that church was not supporting me. They were more or less just judging me of the situation.
Judging you of what?
I think it's the fact that my mom had passed away. I was with my husband at the time, but I think we wasn't married. Obviously, we wasn't married. We were just like dating or courting, if you can say. So it's a bit of like she has a boyfriend, her mom has passed away, and this, that. So it's just judging you, but not even thinking about how the person's feeling mentally at that time, but just seeing the other side that she's young, she has a boyfriend. Meanwhile, my mom was fully aware of my husband at that time.
Yes.
But Ghanaians don't think of it like that. They just think that, you have a boyfriend, it's naughty, it's bad, we are kalabone, is all those words, basically. That doesn't help.
Few Ghanaians, I wouldn't say all Ghanaians, okay?
Most.
Most Ghanaians, and this is sad, that the church that you look up to, because that is where you belong, and I know you were a church girl, so being let down like that, this is heartbreaking.
Of course.
Because they really know the Bible, and as young as you are, why would they judge you? Honestly. Anyway. Please, church leaders, popes, bishops, if you are listening to us on Diana's Diary, please, you can be better. People need your support. Don't judge. If Christ didn't die for us, anything we have. So you left this girl on her own, and what would have happened? So please,
Exactly.
let me use this platform to just tell the pastor, the bishop, to just treat us well. You shouldn't judge us. Everybody is going through life challenges and situations. I remember, my mom. I'll use this story to just talk about my mom. My mom used to be in a church, and I tell you, she's a survivor. And we growing up, we even got affected. The pastor was judging my mom because she's a single mom and she had to feed us, okay? But this pastor will come and use my mom to preach, ridicule my mom, and even we, the children, we were affected because he wouldn't let us come in front to come and do children's program because we our dad is not there, our mom doesn't have a husband, and it's really bad. But what I love about my mom is that she vowed to herself, she said, I'm not leaving this church regardless of how this pastor treats me. And even my sister's wedding, the pastor didn't go. My mom had been going to the church, and this is something that I wish people can be firm and prove to pastors that they are not God. And now, all the three of us, that he didn't want us to take part in drama. He didn't want us to take part in anything because our mom is a single mom, and he thinks that, oh, my mom was dating other men, which she wasn't even doing that. And now by God's grace, young crana or Jane say, yeah, vagabonds, don't have anything. No. We have come out very, well, doing well, and we are serving God even well. And no more mama papa na omo bo sorry na ye di nyamesem atete omo no mo num wi. Enti pastors, they should be they should be very, very mindful. Now I'm so proud of my mom. Like now the pastor uses her to be preaching. Somebody that was ridiculed. And she didn't leave the church. Up till now, she's still in the church. We, the children, were telling her, leave the church, mommy, because it's too much. People will be mocking her, and she'll be praying, and you are being criticized. Even there was a time I was going to give testimony, and this pastor took the mic from my hand. And it's come to a point. My mom was even married, the pastor didn't go. I know maybe he might be watching, but maybe when he watch, he would change. I know
It's
maybe,
like even
but
it's like even my old church, the same thing. Like my pastor didn't even bless our marriage for us. He didn't. He did not bless our marriage for us.
the relationship that he was criticizing, you guys are now coming to get married, and he didn't want to bless it.
No.
Oh,
The
Pastor,
most annoying thing I think when it comes to the church and when it comes to the church is that I don't understand why they judge if somebody is dating young, or because most of them, their children too are doing the same thing. But I said, NMPA is okay. But I said, your one is wrong. But their children are even doing worse behind closed doors that nobody knows of. Because yours is out there, yours is now the biggest I don't know, the biggest downfall in the world.
Jackie, if you are going to talk about this topic, we will deviate.
Because I know, but it's annoying because it's like, why should now it comes to now, like, why should people even feel comfortable to even approach their pastor if they're going through a loss or if they're going through any challenges in their life? Small things like these is what pushes people back to stop telling their pastors or churches about,
Jackie, this little
their issues.
This little thing would have broken you into pieces.
Of course.
Trust me. If it wasn't your husband supporting you, and I think you were isolated, you were neglected. That and that shouldn't have been the case. And now, Pastor, I want to marry them. That you said is not good. And you are saying you won't bless my marriage.
You won't bless it.
And your mom will be asking. This is This is very sad, and I'm happy that we are touching on it on Diana's diary so that people, especially the churches, can do better. We shouldn't judge people. Oh. Like Jackie, you were saying, some people are smoking. The fact that it hasn't come out. Recently I was just talking to a pastor whose wife is cheating. Cheating, no. But because nobody knows, Jackie, because nobody knows, we are worshipping the house of mommy because it hasn't come out. So we shouldn't judge, leave judgment to God. We should leave judgment to God and treat people as human beings. Give people the benefit of the doubt. And by God's grace, you and your husband that you said you were dating, me cry, we say, Anka, me start dating them, na me want them. Because me mommy, she gave birth to me at the age of 15. Now she's enjoying at the age of 15 in Banyina. We are like sisters. So me, I'm always saying that if my children, and they are 20 years and they found someone, I'll push them. I'll just let them marry. I'm saying it on Diana's diary. I don't know why we should. That was before. You've gotten your education. I think it's okay. If you found someone, why the wait? There are some principles that needs breaking because it's not necessary. It's not necessary, sorry. So that pastor, thank God, anyway, you left the church. Freedom of association. Thank God we can associate with whoever that we like. At some point in life, if you know your association will not help you, but puts you in the gutters, you leave. And you left to this church, and they have been supporting you, have they?
Yeah. Even when my dad passed away, we held the funeral at my church. My pastor, the whole leadership team, they were all very supportive. They even allowed me to host my father's funeral at the church. So that's what you call a good church, a church that supports you and doesn't leave you. And I think they understood my situation. They understood that my mom had passed away. Now my dad has passed away. So I kind of cry at this point, So all we can do is help her, and that's good. We need churches like that. We need more support when it comes to people losing loved ones or going through stuff. But yes, back to the question before we go off too far. Yes.
I had to and clap for the churches that support human beings and do not pass on judgment to people.
Of course.
Kudos to all pastors and bishops, churches that support people without judging them. We salute you all. God bless.
Amen.
You. Yes. That brings me to my last but one question, Jackie. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm loving this conversation. And thank you for your honesty. Now for about Diana's diary, Swanka. What were the biggest obstacles you faced and how did you overcome them? I know this church thing, you overcame it by moving on. But what were some of the obstacles, that was the children, an obstacle to you, or it was a blessing?
Marriage wasn't really an obstacle. I guess all of it comes to sacrifice. Having children, not really an obstacle. It comes to sacrifice. And like I mentioned, I sacrificed by dropping them to nursery on the days that I didn't even have lectures on those days. And I stayed in the library the whole day, and I'll go pick them up in the evening. So I don't think I had any great obstacles throughout the journey, but I'll say that a lot of sacrifices had to be made in order for me to get to where I am today. So lucky for me, my current job as a deputy nursery manager, I have the privilege of taking my children with me to work and coming back home with them. Not everyone gets the opportunity. Yeah.
You take them to the workplace?
Yep.
To do what? To work?
Because it's a nursery. So my manager has allowed me to take them with me to my workplace Whilst they are in the nursery, I'm in the office doing my work, my paperwork. They are there. I change my son's nappy myself. I do everything myself, you know. So I'm always there with my kids all the time. I know
Ah,
everyone gets a good job or a flexible job like that, should I say? So I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm just grateful to God that even though I am changing my career, my job wise. I'm changing that soon because obviously I want to go higher with what I have. A first class degree, I need to go higher than what I'm doing now.
but
So, but I think,
that managerial job, they are supporting you with the kids. Enjoy a bit there. Oh.
oh, we still have to go higher, mommy. Still have to go higher. You still have to go higher no matter what. Still have to go higher. Yeah. But I'm grateful because I think a lot of things I have a lot of testimonies in between the timings of, losing my parents and, getting married, having children. I'm still myself. Yes, there are days where I do break down, which is normal, it's fine. It's part of life. Everyone goes through things in life. There are still days where I break down, but I still know that I have to move forward. Anyway, I still have to move on with my life. I still have to get things done. I still have to do things that I need to do. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And the family members that were the family members supportive? Because you said the church, they were not supportive. You know, the other one is your family, your immediate family. Were they supportive? Were they supporting your children? Do you have immediate family here?
I have plenty of immediate family here, but not supportive, and it's normal. It's fine. Plenty. It's. I have plenty of immediate family that a lot of my friends even know them. 'Cause a lot of them a lot of us have grew up together, and I think most of my immediate family, they are very like known people, in the Ghanaian community. So a lot of people know them, but
They
everybody
were.
cares for themselves. You would expect that they would care for me, right? But no, but it's fine. That's life. I have my husband and my children, so it's fine. It's sad, but
It's
it's fine.
very sad. And the fact that you are young, you know, the way the world is becoming, it's like each one for himself, God for us all.
Yep. Mhm.
It's just God who is providing all. And I'm telling you, they will come looking for you, okay? And when they come, don't turn your back on them.
Oh. I mean,
I know it's painful, it's sad. You really wish they will support you because they are your only source of
yeah.
help and happiness. And when they don't come true, it's very hurting. It's hurt differently. But I know where you are going. I'm not a prophetess, but I can testify that mark this somewhere. They will come looking for you, like the way they are looking for my mom now.
Wow.
Jackie, yes, they will come looking for you and want to associate with you because you are family. And that time when it comes, don't turn your back because it's God who has made you who you are. And it's very sad. It's very sad. The outsiders, people that you don't know, are your support
Mhm.
system.
Exactly.
Hmm. And your husband, he has done well. Oh. God bless him.
Amen. Amen.
God bless him. Oh, Jackie, little kids, you have done well. Oh.
Amen.
You
Thank
have
you.
done well. And I thank God that doors are opening for you. And the favor of God, wherever that you go, you find favor. Hmm. People, we are learning. No. If you are here and you are grieving, please, let's use Jackie. She is a blessing. She is
Amen.
a blessing. And I thank God for your life, Jackie.
You can never get rid of the image you saw on that fateful day. So I mentioned that she had passed away on the 23rd of December 2018. So 2 days
23rd.
before Christmas. Yep, 2 days before Christmas.
Oh, so every Christmas is a reminder, is it? Oh
Both
no.
of them both passed away in December. So every December is a remembrance of losing both parents.
Oh, sorry, darling.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm so sorry to hear this. So, oh, Jackie, God will bless you. Your honesty, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wrote something here, whilst you were, and I will just say this. I think your story is more than a testimony.
Amen.
It is more than a testimony, and is a message to me and to whoever that is listening. It tells us that no matter how dark life becomes, there is always light ahead if we keep moving. When people hear your journey, they will understand that greatness does not come from comfort. Greatness, it doesn't come from comfort. It comes from overcoming. And you have overcome so many things. You have overcome the churches. You have overcome this criticizing. You have overcome a lot to be here today to share your testimony on Diana's Diary. And I appreciate you so much. Your life teaches us that sometimes the strongest people are those who had no choice but to be strong.
Yeah.
Because Jackie, you had no choice. Oh, family have neglected you. The church have turned their back on you. You have nobody. But the only person that you had was God and your husband and maybe some few friends. So I saw that someone has written that she's very strong. She had no choice but to be strong. Sometimes life throw certain things at you, and I don't pray that anyone faces this. Sometimes when I'm posting my mom, I have to hide you from my status. when I'm celebrating it, I have to hide you because I hate to add to people's wounds. Okay, sometimes at first I know I'll post it and you will say that, mommy, I wish me and my mom were like this and all that. I say, this girl, I have to block her.
Oh.
Because it
Oh my
reminds
God.
you like your relationship with your
Yeah.
mom and all that. Okay. And I did admire you and your mom. You were like sisters. You look so much alike. Beautiful lady with a good heart. Jackie, you have come far, and we are so proud of you. Especially me myself. I'm so proud of you, and I keep telling you all the time the things that you are doing, even how you handle your marriage. Hey, I cry. You bring
Thank you.
life into your marriage. You bring life into how you care for your children, how you dresses up your kids. If some people are going through trauma, you will see it around their kids, how their kids appears. You will see that this person is going through trauma. But you might be going through it, but how you carry yourself makes the difference. And we say kudos to you. Whoever that is going through grieving, there's hope. Please use my daughter's story. She seek therapy. She got support, even though she was abandoned by family. Hi. Any message that you like to share with those that are grieving or have lost someone? The last message is
Um.
going through that.
Yeah. I would say that it's a journey. It
Mm.
doesn't end, no matter how hard you try. It's painful losing someone that's very dear to you. It can like literally if it's even your friend or like again like I mentioned a parent or sibling or close one. No matter how close you are with that person and they're no longer there, you always feel that void in you. Sometimes you may feel guilt. There was times where I felt guilty. I remember the day my mum passed away. Sorry to go back again,
Go
but the
back.
day that she,
Out.
the
Go
day she
back.
passed away, I remember that morning. She said that her church was doing like a Christmas dinner because it was 23rd, right? And 2 days before Christmas. So on the Sunday she passed. So on that Sunday they were doing a church Christmas dinner. And she said to me that, oh, please, can you stick some eyelashes on for me because we're doing a church Christmas dinner. I want to look a bit nice. And I remember I was running late to go to my own church. So we were going to different churches. She was going to her church. I was going to my own church. And she was telling me to put the eyelashes on her. And I was getting angry. I was even getting angry. I was like, oh, you're making me be even late to church. Meko I was so late because of you. So we ended up having an argument that morning. And we didn't even talk.
Oh,
Not
because
knowing that would be the last time that I'll basically see her alive. You know? So because of that day, I felt so much guilt in me that, oh, why did I even argue with her about eyelashes? You know? Because that was the last time I saw her alive. Common eyelashes argument we had that morning. We didn't talk to each other that whole day. You know? So sometimes you can feel a bit of guilt. You know, you can feel anger, which is normal. You feel like, oh, it's your fault.
last conversations, it always
Yep.
plays back.
Yep. It does. It always plays back because you start to blame yourself and say it was my fault. If I didn't argue with her that day, we would have been on good terms the whole day. And I remember slight trigger warning. I'm just gonna rewind a little bit just in case anyone gets triggers about death or trauma. I remember I was at church. So after we had the fight, I took my bag and I walked out of the house and I closed the door. I was angry that she made me late. So I remember I went to church and she called me during church service. But that time my pastor was preaching, so I didn't answer the call. I was thinking, why is she calling me during church service? So I didn't call. I didn't call back. Never did I pick up the call. So I waited after church. Usually on Sundays, my husband, which was my boyfriend at the time, my mom would make a mutu on Sundays. So every Sunday, my husband would come to the house to eat my mom's mutu.
Hey,
And I remember, I remember we got on the bus and we got to my house. When I got to my house, I didn't talk to my mom, but he greeted my mom and my mom greeted him. And then I was like, oh, I saw you called me during church. Why did you call me during church service? And then one of my mom's friend, my auntie was there. She said, oh, the pastor used her phone to call you because your mom had fainted at church and they was calling the ambulance for her. That's the second guilt that I felt. The first guilt was the eyelashes. The second guilt was not picking up my phone when she called me during church service. And I said, oh, I thought it was a mistake. I thought maybe she accidentally pressed the phone and called me. So in my mind now, thinking about it now, I'm thinking, oh, if only I picked up the call at that time, just to see what it was. Because I didn't know that they were rushing my mom to the hospital at that time. Because she had collapsed at church.
oh my God.
But I didn't know. So that was my second guilt that, oh, if only I picked up the call, I would have known what had happened. I would have left the church and just rushed to go to where she is.
Yes.
But because I was angry that morning, I didn't pick up my phone.
Anger.
You know? So, yeah, so after that, she said she wasn't feeling well, that she's okay now. We all sat down, we ate. She was fine. The evening she was fine.
After she fainted and came back home. Okay. So she came to eat with you guys.
She came to eat with us, yes. We all sat together and we ate. She was fine. And just after about 30 minutes to an hour or so, she started to like get up, but she was doing this to her chest. And I said, like, Mom, are you okay? She said, oh, no, I'm fine. Don't worry, just eat your food. So I remember my husband was looking at me like, she's not fine. And then she kept doing the same thing. Every year, like, she'll sit there quietly, she'll be laughing with us, we'll be talking, laughing, and she'll go like this.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on? She did that a few times.
Probably she
And I
was
keep asking Mama, sorry?
Maybe she was having like a sharp pain around
Not in her heart, but she didn't want me to know. That's the thing. So eventually, my husband had called me out. He told me, Jacqueline, come outside. Let me talk to you. So he went outside. He said to me, Jacqueline, ignore your mom. Just call the ambulance. Because ambulance, mobile, on to me, can go hospital. So he said basically that if you call the ambulance for her, she cannot refuse to go to the hospital. They will still take her by force because she has to go.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, don't worry. I know my mom. If she's not well, she'll tell me, right? Because I trust my mom. But he kept insisting, saying, no, just call them because if you call them, she has to go to the hospital. She cannot say she's not going. They will take her by force.
Yes.
I said, no, it's okay. Just leave it. Let's go back and eat. She went back. We all sat down. We ate. And everyone finished eating. And then everyone left. So my auntie, the one that was with her, left to go to her house. And my husband too left to go to his house. So my mom put on her gown, the robe. She told me that she's going to go and bath. I said, okay, that's fine. So I remember my husband and my friend and me were on the phone talking. I was in my bedroom. We were talking on the phone. And we were on the phone for about an hour. And my husband reminded me that, don't forget, your mom said she's going to go and bath. So go and check on her and see if she's okay.
Now would you order?
Oh, no. No, we were talking about, like, I think there was an episode, there's a program called Backchat. I don't know if you know it, Mama. It's called Backchat. It's on YouTube. It's like they do episodes every week. So there was a topic on social media trending on that day, on that week, sorry. So we're having like a group call, me, him, and one of my other friends.
Okay.
And we were talking on the phone, and he reminded me, oh, Jacqueline, go and check on mom. Remember she said, say, or Kwako Jerry, but just go and check and see if she's okay.
God bless him.
She said, and I said, okay, that's fine. So we all cut the call, and I went to go check on her. I went to the bathroom, and she was in the bathroom. So I closed the door, and I went to her bedroom. But as I was opening her bedroom door, I couldn't open the door of her bedroom. So then I began to shout out to her, like, Mom, are you there? Like, Mom, are you okay? There was no response.
Oh my God.
So there was no response, and I was banging on the door of her bedroom door. And still there was no response. So I was trying to push the door open, force the door open, and the door was not opening at all. That's when my heart started to start jumping, literally. And my body started shaking. Because I couldn't push the door open, and I couldn't hear any response from her. So I called my husband back at that time. He was my boyfriend at the time. I called him, I said, I'm banging on mom's door, she's not answering, and I'm pushing the door, I can't open the door. He told me to cut the call. He's going to come to the house now, but I should call the police or call the ambulance. So I remember I called 999, and I went outside shouting to my neighbors to come and help me to open the door. But it was late. It was around almost 11 p.m. at that time. Oh. So nobody wanted to answer their door at that time because it's late at night. So I was there. I opened my door. I was outside. I was screaming. I didn't know what to do. So I called the ambulance. Ambulance came. And when they came, they came within like 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, they came. And they were just asking me questions like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Blah, blah. I said, oh, my mom is in her bedroom, but I'm not hearing any response. Neither is she opening the door for me. So they tried to see if they can break one of the windows outside of her bedroom. But they said if they break it, they have to now get somebody to come and fix it. It's too long. So they have to force her bedroom door open.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's cool.
So they forced her bedroom door open, and again, I said trigger warning. They forced her bedroom door open, and because of how they forced her door open, her body had slid underneath her bed.
Oh, God.
So when they opened the door, her body was under the bed, and they had to throw the bed over to the wall. So as they did that, her body was under the bed cold, so she was gone at that time.
Oh.
So when that happened, the moment I saw her on the floor, my husband had pulled me back to go to the sit down living room. So he was there, and they took out all the equipment to like resuscitate her and all that stuff. But it was too late at that time. So I was in the living room, I was crying, I was like, I couldn't even breathe. I was walking up and down. I couldn't do nothing. So
Imagine the shock. The shock.
yeah, because it's like how I just saw this woman like an hour ago.
Yeah.
So the third guilt was me blaming myself for being on the phone for so long, talking about that episode now we was talking about. Because I felt like if I had gone to check on her earlier, maybe it wouldn't have happened, you know? So that was my third guilt. That's what I'm saying. Guilt is a thing. Because when something happens to you and you lose someone, you start to think of all the things you could have done to avoid the situation from happening, you know? So the ambulance came out to me in the living room, and they said, sorry, she's gone. And at that moment, it's only God knows that I didn't faint, but I know that my whole world came
Crashing.
Crashing down. So I remember I screamed and I fell to the floor, and my husband was holding me at that time.
Oh,
And that was the first time I had saw him cry. I had never seen him cry. A man standing there crying. That was the first time I saw him cry. But yeah, trauma is a thing because I witnessed it. I saw her laying there cold. I touched her, she was cold. And it seemed like she was cold for so long, you know? Because yeah, she was naked because she had her robe on, like I said, also a kwako Jerry, so she's going to go and bath. She had nothing on. Yeah. So that was what had happened then. Yeah, so trauma is a thing and guilt is a thing. Yeah.
I think we should know some of the signs of this heart attack by heart. Everybody that is watching Diana's diary, because the signs that she was showing,
Mm-hmm.
showing that was one of the signs,
Mm-hmm.
of cardiac issues. And
Yeah.
I it will be it's come unknowingly. It, it
Mm-hmm.
it's a shock.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen to, you know, she had like some blood pressure issues before.
I would say she did have a heart condition. It's
Mm.
called I think it's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, I
Fatty,
think.
fatty.
Yes.
Yeah.
She did have that heart condition. That I know. She had it for so many years, but I don't think any of us knew that it would be like an instant thing
No,
like this for her to go. Yeah, yeah.
no. Can you tell us some of the things that you do at your age, 28? You're doing so much.
I do too many things, but I've stopped a few things. So I was doing makeup, so I am a makeup artist.
Yeah.
But I don't do it anymore just due to like the kids, balancing the kids and work and etc. But I do it here and there, like close family, I can do it for them. I just don't publicize it. Like I don't put it out there basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still do makeup. Um Content, I started doing that a little bit, but I don't do that as much anymore now. Again, I think it's time and children and work and stuff.
Does
Um
it become overwhelming adding those things to your normal routine? Does it overwhelm you?
you could say that, and I think it's just time. as well. And the thing about me is that when I'm doing something, I always want to put my all into it. If my mind is not there, I won't do it.
Okay.
You can't force me to do it. That's when I mentioned about me going back to uni so many times. My mind was not there, but
People
I
were
was being forced to do it. Yeah. Hence why I kept failing. But once I put my mind to it, to do that my final year after giving birth to the kids, I was able to do it. So one thing about me, I know when I know I'm good at something, I will do it. If my mind is not there, I won't do it. So there's no point of me doing it.
It's
Yeah.
very necessary. Yeah.
Mhm.
That you know that whatever that I do, same here. I want to put my 100% into doing something. If it's not
Yeah.
properly done, I'm like,
Mhm.
why the
Yeah.
stress?
Of
And we are
course.
not here to please anyone. I'm here to please myself
Mm.
and God.
Of course.
So yeah, it's very, very needed if you have to. But would you ever go back to it? And at what point in time would you go back to your makeup? Because now is paying, Jackie.
I know.
It's paying, and you are very good at it. You are
I
very
know.
good at it. So you can add it up, maybe in a year's
I'll
time,
think of it.
or when the
I'll
kids.
wait till maybe the kids are a bit older, maybe, and see then.
Okay.
But for now, I think they're too young.
Yeah,
Now so it's a bit hard
yeah.
balancing it. So.
Mm. And it's necessary. I like the fact that you don't want to do anything half. If you can't balance life, especially if you can't look after the kids, and this makeup thing is fetching you money at all, you leave it,
Yeah,
because
of
family is
course.
very important, and the children are very, very important when it
Hmm.
comes to family. So giving your 100% to the kids is more important than getting all this money and doing things. For me, yeah, best decision you've taken. Whenever you're ready, you go back to it. Yeah. So
Thank you.
thank you, everyone. I hope we've been able to inspire you. If you're watching us today, let the story be a reminder. Okay. If you're watching us wherever you're watching us from, let the story be a reminder. You may have cried, you may have failed, you may have paused, but you are not finished. Okay, you are not finished. Jackie wasn't finished. She didn't. She didn't allow herself to be finished. You still have a future, and you still have a purpose. You still have a purpose. And that is why Jacqueline is here to tell you that you have a purpose, you have a dream to chase. It's good that you cry sometimes. The
Yeah.
scar is there, and she's told us that she's got a scar. Sometimes when she's, sad, she reflects, she judges herself sometimes, but that doesn't define her. She's still got life. She's still got dreams to chase.
Going through anything like loss or grief
Yeah.
or finding it hard to deal with it. It's a journey. It doesn't take one day. There's lots of help available. Like I said, counseling, therapy, not everyone will do it because they feel shy to talk to people. But I think for me, it helped me because I didn't know the person, and they are a professional. So I knew that they know what they're doing. Hence why I did what I did. So please do seek help. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to speak to church people, sorry. You don't have to speak to your friends and family. If you want, just go through therapy and counseling. But it's also good to have supportive friends and family there as well. But please don't feel shy. You're not alone in this journey. Sorry, my throat. You're not alone in this journey. Um, Loss is a big thing. No matter how close you are with the person, there are still times where I wish like my mum was still here, especially my mum, because I was more close to my mum than my dad. So there are still times where I wish she was here. She's here to even see her grandchildren, to see that I'm married, to see that I
Oh,
finished uni, all
those
those great
beautiful children
milestones.
of yours, a boy and a girl. Girl, you are lucky. Oh.
One boy, one girl. That's it.
No, no, that not that is, please. No more.
But yeah, it's a journey and it will take a while. Everyone grieves differently. Some people grieve and then they're finished and they move on completely. Some people it takes a long time. But everyone's journey is different. Please don't feel like you'll be judged because death is there. It's normal, it happens, but it's just more painful when it's someone that you know or is very dear to you. Please don't give up. I know it's painful. Still push through. Yes, there'll be days where you don't want to do anything, and that's normal. It took me years to go back to uni, which is fine because I
Yes.
still finished it.
How many years was that?
Um, so I started uni initially when I was 19 years old,
Okay.
and then I finished it just um this year. So I was 27 years old when I finished uni. So
Oh,
almost 10 years to complete uni. Yeah,
well done. Hey, somebody
almost
would
10
have given
years.
up. Oh. So there's
That's what I'm
no need
saying.
to giving up. There's no
No,
need giving up. You are an inspiration to us, Jackie. You are a great inspiration. And thank you for coming to Diana's Diary. I appreciate you so much. This discussion has been one of the most effective and great one. And I've enjoyed talking to you. I appreciate your honesty. You've been very, very honest to us. And I know that anybody that is listening to you will find hope. It's all not lost. Thank you so much for gracing Diana's Diary with your experiences. God bless you, darling.
thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
to everyone watching, thank you so much for joining Diana's Diary. Thank you for your time, your love, your support, and all the recommendations. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good night. Bye.